Cobblestone as well. With map Sprout actually beat Space Soldiers on, who just qualified for the final 16. So they're going to be a little bit nifty, if you like, on that one. We'll see what they can do here. I do have to say, though, I feel like Renegades are a team that deserve to be in the final 16. I'm not going to say the same thing for Sprout. I think that will be an upset. The performances they've had since that initial game have not been good enough. Players have dropped off, especially the likes of Dennis, notably. He was the in-game leader, now the entry fragger. He had a great first game, and then he's just completely dropped off the radar since then. It's been a similar story for the likes of Innocent as well. But we'll get into this one and see whether Renegades can open things up on the T side. Pistol, they have 2 smokes here. Molotovs, flashbangs. In terms of upgraded pistols, nothing there. They've got 3 sets of armor. The Molotov could be an interesting addition. It'd be quite a technical play here, as we see Crystal making his way out of long A, trying to find that first hit. And he's going to find something, but his head gets blown off by Nifty there. 5 versus 4. They don't have to pounce at this very moment. They know it's going to force a rotation. You can see Ustillo on the other side of the map looking for any flanks coming through, and Dennis does spot 3 players towards long A and decides to fall back.
JKS, interestingly in the interview, saying that they felt they were the underdogs, despite having a great end to the year, an improved end to the year. Simply due to the fact that Sprout was last in the major. Krakow under the name Penta, who previously, when Penta had a lineup, was into the playoffs of majors well back in 2014. Good start to the pistol round, aggressive toward the A side. Dennis gets traded out by Nifty, but it's 2 versus 2. HP lost on either side. Innocent, the worst of which on 11. As Nifty's going to try and go open side of the... Okay, I was going to say, open side of the broken wall with Naf so far underneath the balcony. He would have been able to spot that, so an adjustment made, rightfully so.
Yes, I think you're absolutely right there. This kill pretty much decides the round, then won't challenge Naf towards the APC. Nifty watching the balcony. That's really nice from Naf. Like, good flick to take down Zen. If Innocent is left on 11 HP, there's nothing he can do about that. Absolutely wonderful stuff there from Nifty. He saves the round.
Naf and Nifty with all of the kills. The final 2 remaining had 5. Nifty with 3. And 1-0 Renegades. Naf's been slow to get started in this event, but he has been the name, I think, as much as Nifty on the AWP in-game leading has been a breath of fresh air, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a young American that's come into this team, I think Naf has really stepped up as well, so watch for him to find his form yet again.
Well, it was a close round. Sprout did get back into it after losing the initial pick there, but it will be a force by now for the CT forces. Deagles, CZs, HE grenades, usually used towards the upper platform, and that's if Renegades maybe get a little bit too aggressive here. Now Fly, he's feeling like he can get it done, and it will be Dennis to find the initial nade kill on Azadeh. You can see some tactics downloaded by the Sprout team, and it will be now up to 4 players on the Renegade side to try and get themselves back in the round. Crystal with a lovely position here. I don't think JKS will be checking this one. We'll have a look. Oh, he will indeed. Good awareness. Crystal, that was a nice play. Sneaky to get that close, but ultimately taken down. He needed the silent USB. Of course, he's the AWPer of the side. As we get into the 1-minute 10 mark here. Dennis will be waiting towards the APC once again. This is when their chances start to drop a little bit. The CZ at that sort of range isn't going to be ideal.
So Stello, yeah, you're right, not exactly the best position for it. We'll at least hold the position.
Well, he goes towards Stables, though, so that does boost his chance actually going in towards long A.
Dennis might peek at JKS. Very close. Goes around, finds Dennis immediately.
Have his weapon as well. Give me that pistol.
Bring me their pistols.
Well, at this point, 30 seconds remaining, so we'll be heading in towards the A bomb site. JKS does go very low, but a good nade should finish off Speedy there. 8 HP. He'll survive on who dealt with momentarily. Bomb will be planted, and the 2 remaining CTs need to work out what the correct play is here. Did they just save their upgraded pistols and armor, use them to the next round, or they try and find some frags here? Innocent feels like he has to, as he gets taken down towards balcony. It's just Zen now waiting that connector.
Well done, JKS clears the site with 5 HP, as well as the UMP stays alive to find another frag as well, so 3 in total. Good kill reward. He'll be delighted with that. Zen going to search for a place to hide. Apparently E-Box sufficient as he sits at the bottom of a drop. Once the CZ in armor, there will be no purchases at all from Sprout in the next round if they're serious about getting into this game. Typically speaking, there won't be.
Well, pretty simple procedure there for Renegades. Only 1 player going down. That's Azza. Zen, as I mentioned, it's not the most tantalizing save, but he will take the CZ75, the body armor, and they'll be on full eco for round number 3 here. As we have a look as to what Renegades will do. Nothing too tactical, Matt. Just try and keep at least 4 players alive and stick together. Have that trade potential. It shouldn't be too difficult for them to perform well in this round. They have got 2 MAC-10s, a UMP. The game really begins next round, as we noticed that Crystal didn't invest in that second round force buy, so he will definitely bring out the AWP. And he'll be trying to be mobile around the map, picking towards middle, holding the back of B, long A. It's why the orb really comes into its own, rushing towards drop down here. This is the Virtus Pro Snake.
Similar, slight variation in that all 4 aren't actually on the ramp. They've got Crystal a little bit further back behind the wall. Can bail out if he needs to. As of making an approach toward the site, but not getting actually the kill, means that those 5 players could all swing his direction, but thankfully Ustilla was there as well, and the bomb's already planted on B, so hold off rotations, collect kills, and the subsequent reward.
Yeah, lots of money to be farmed here. Zen, he'll want to stay alive again, because like we said, it goes to the gun round into round number 4 here. He's already got body armor, and with it being 100 as well, he could even upgrade to a helmet for $350, but it doesn't look like that will happen. JKS actually allows him to live. Just to note, if you have 100 armor, you can get a helmet for $350. If it's anything below that, like 99, you have to pay the full 1,000. Oh, he even gets a little, not just a MAC-10, but down he goes in the end. As he hears players around him, 4 players survive from Renegades. As he said, that's what was to be expected.
The reason for that is actually when you buy just the chest armor and you want the helmet, you have to buy them as a kit. So when you go to the shopkeeper and return it, you're actually swapping for a different vest, and he won't refund you the price difference if it's been worn.
It does make sense, really.
Exactly.
Like, you've damaged it. I'm not taking that back.
I'm not taking it back. You got to buy a whole new kit.
Exactly. Well,
keep the other one. Do what you want with it.
It's Kassad, I think, a tactical timeout. It looks like that's what they're going to be doing. This actually makes a lot of sense, right? This is what we call the bonus round, right? People don't really, I guess, discuss these too often, but this is where you can really dominate a game, especially the best of 1. You have 4 timeouts available. This is such a massive moment, and Kassad is talking to them. He's told them to throw away one of the MAC-10s. Az has actually picked up the AK-47. Kassad doesn't want to save money here. He wants rounds on the board. He thinks, well, if we win the round and we keep all 5 players alive, then that's going to be much more beneficial than trying to squeeze a round out of a MAC-10, maybe losing it just about, then we can try and punish them next round. He wants to dominate this game. So 1 UMP, throw away the MAC-10. Money's still very healthy in the Renegades squad, so that's fine. We'll have a look at the buy for Sprout. Not so strong. Actually, don't bring up AWP. 2 Famuses, M4s. They haven't really given themselves enough to work with. It's going to be a very difficult round for Sprout Esports. That's why we say best of 1s. I prefer to take just the Deagles, no armor in that second round to avoid this situation. Lack of utility, no AWP.
Yeah, and we actually thought that people were starting to become wise to
the top level, at the very peak.
They'll do it.
A lot of teams are starting to do that now.
But it's interesting. It took so long for people to catch on to that being a...
We were saying that back in TGL season 1, like 2015.
2015. Yeah, at least then, I would say. Yeah, what would have had to been as early as then. But yeah, it's surprising that more and more teams aren't taking that approach, because we know how powerful, yes, the pistols are. I think that's the problem. People are so confident in the CSGO pistols, as Crystal just barely gets away from that in the Flames, that they're almost, I want to say, baited into it, but sometimes it's better to play the long game, especially early on.
Oh, it's completely flashed. That synergy from Renegades is really nice. Innocent fighting back here, but it's not going to be enough. This might be a save call already. As you can see, Crystal down at 7 HP. They're smoked out of the bomb site. 3 versus 2. Dennis will probably try and explore his options somewhat, but this is a really harsh round for Sprout there. So JKS goes down, yes, but he does give the call out that 2 players are on the mid ramp. That's a really long rotation from the connector. They already had drop down control. Flashbangs coming out. Zen had to avoid 1 flashbang coming off the upper platform. He turns around towards the drop down room to do that, and as soon as he does it, he hits another flash in the face. Then they pounce, take him down. Zen was just chewing the wall at that point, and it'll be Dennis and Crystal. They might have gone for it if Crystal still had 100 HP, but JKS, sure, he didn't get the frag. He dropped a Molotov on him, did some damage, and it was enough to squeeze this round out. So good call from Kassad, I think, to get rid of that at MAC-10. As you can see, Azza, he gets 2 kills with the AK-47, so that's reaps the rewards of the upgrade as we go into round number 5 next. There will be 2 weapons saved for Sprout. This could actually be more troublesome, because they might be tempted to force buy into this one and completely destroy their economy. I don't think they will. They'll probably go for a partial buy and leave themselves about $1,000 per player. They get maximum loss bonus next round. That's what I would assume. Oh, I've seen a famous purchase. Innocence all in. This is when you can really throw a game.
Yeah, this could be painful, especially CT side.
Yeah, this is when you're looking down the barrel of 6-0. So you've got 1 CZ, 2 Famis's, 2 M4s. This is not ideal. The problem with this, on Cobblestone, right, you can't really find an opening pick unless you have the AWP. You can't be rushing up middle. Yeah, drop down boost, that's it, right?
And I was about to say they've called a tactical timeout, but whoa, it's not like you can say, hey, you know, as a terrorist team, hey, let's call this timeout. Let's force buy. Let's catch them off guard. Let's rush them at this position. You don't get to make that decision, especially, as you say, in Cobblestone, there's not that many options for the CTs. You don't really get to dictate the pace unless you have an op which can find a pick, and that's about the only way you can. You can do, okay, maybe a boost drop, but even then, that's usually a passive boost. He sits and waits at the top of it, and that's it.
For new viewers, Cobblestone's considered the most defensive CT map. Like, if you look at Mirage, like you saw earlier, CTs can rush up towards middle, they can challenge at the very start. You don't really have those options at the very start. You have the drop down boost perhaps, and maybe an AWP towards the upper platform. That's about as interesting as it gets. But this week by, and the way the Sprout players have been performing so far in this tournament, I'm not believing in this at this point.
You can change the formation of your default by getting to be a more aggressive position, but that's it again. Challenge is a whole different thing, and with the lesser weapons, it looked like Crystal and Dennis were going to set to the bottom of middle. They've changed their position now toward long instead, so they are hoping to catch anyone off being aggressive or peeking for information on the Renegade side, but that's not happened, and the longer that it doesn't, the more problems they'll have. And holding on to the scarce utility they still have on their belt. They've got 3 smokes to work with at this point.
Yeah, well, this is looking quite good for Renegades. They know the money's low here, so if you want to do a really nice slow default, you're going to bleed out whatever little utility they have right now. Any incendiaries, any smokes, you don't want them to have those when you go for your full executioner. So this is absolutely textbook stuff now from Renegades. Start dissecting them out by JKS right now. Basic smokes towards danger, middle. Get this area first. Push the CDs back, take their vision away. It looks like a potential A split coming in here as it goes towards the drop down as well. In terms of the CD setup, 2 players along here. That's Dennis and Crystal. Once again, no AWP available. Leaving JKS towards the danger area once again. He wants to be the lurker here and open things up, listening out for any sort of sound cues he can as his teammates get ready and poise towards the B bomb site. JKS will wait for that to fully commit, and then he'll look for anyone rotating for the mid round.
Shots out. Yes, it's down immediately by Nifty. Zen does respond though, gets aggressive with the FAMAS and it pays off. Finally gets himself some position in the bomb as well as down, but JKS has gone the long route. You mentioned that he was clearing middle before with the smokes. He's getting behind them, and he's going to have to get behind them quicker. The longer that this goes on, the more they might suggest they know, or do they? Misses the opening shot to Speedy. Controls the spray to get Crystal, but the attention is turned. Puck in, not know. Dennis is behind the door, and finally Sprout do get around. Forced by timeout, works out.
Well, there we go. Zen saves the day with the FAMAS. There's Crystal on your screen right there. Pretty decent round from Sprout, all things considered. Remember, that was FAMAS's CZ and a couple of M4s. That was a difficult round for the Renegades. They did everything perfectly. Got JKS in position. He might have wanted to strike a little bit earlier there. It was Dennis in this rock position taking him down and getting the final kill there at the very same time. 4-1 now. But if Renegades know, win this round map, they're right back in the driving seat. Everyone's fully invested on the Sprout side. No money was saved. Still without the AWP. Nifty's got one. This is a very, very important round. They're going for a straight-up B rush with grenades deployed.
He's still taking advantage of the smoke to his right. Tries to find a gap. Somehow they spot him first. Almost unlucky based on his positioning. That could have been a beautiful play, but good shutdown. Dennis as well sits on the site, so they have the advantage, at least for now. Bombs committed past the archway, at least to the platform, but not to the site directly. Good shot, Nifty. Dennis as well, still trying to utilize smokes and get an off angle. Not hitting the shot, he's revealed himself, but they follow up by getting naffed down, and Nifty now with an AWP in the site needs to go hunting. Not scoped in, so he's got to be quick to Dennis, and he's quick enough because he's looking the wrong direction. He's going to swing around, that's going to force Zen out, but he wins the duel, so he's forced into the duel by Nifty's position, but manages to prevail, and he's making him around the pillar. He's made a lot of noise doing it, and Zen, a brilliant play, holds off the round.
I thought Nifty was going to give us a bit of a show there, but unfortunately the quick scope does not land. 4-2 in Sprout now. This is where the game really begins for them. Just want to reiterate, this is a best of one. Loser of this will not be making it. So this is a big game for either side. Renegades certainly the favourites going into this one, but Sprout starting to wake up now. Good play by Zen there towards the end of the round. CZ's partial buy by the looks of things for Renegades here. They get 3 sets of armour. In terms of utility, 3 smokes, make it 2, and a couple of flashbangs and a Molotov. They'll head for an A split here. These rounds can always be a little bit dangerous. All it takes is a play like Crystal to go down, but a good smoke deployed by him there. A bit of push by, it doesn't quite bloom in time, and he'll fall back with the AWP. The first time he's actually had that, nails the shot. Nifty goes down, and now it's a 5 versus 4.
JKS. Works his way out from danger. Heads back toward NAF so that he can get a smoke deployed. That'll land doorway. Still will take drops. They want to pinch. Speedy's there to catch up both Justo and Azza, who took the same approach. Position from Dennis as well behind APC. And that's all but done, and it is. Speedy rotating back in will take down NAF, so pretty straightforward. Nothing to report, really. Couldn't get the bomb near its position and didn't even get any picks with the pistols. Good read by Speedy.
Yeah, lines them up, knocks them down, and we're going to round number 8. 4-3 now. Remember, this is a T-sided map, so that fantastic start from Renegades has been stifled somewhat as we go into this one. Sprout, no double set up yet. You will see that at some point as the game develops. Nifty back on the AWP. He's the top performer so far, joined with Azza on 7 frags. In terms of this initial setup, we have got JKS once again on the A side of the map by himself. Initial Molotovs are stopping the aggressive CD players towards the broken wall position. Justo going to double down, and it looks like they're fully committing with the flashbacks here. Justo can't nail the shot, actually goes down to Zen. He's playing pretty well from that position so far. Ooh. No shots being hit by NAF just yet. Can't control the spray, goes down to 3 HP.
I talked up NAF after the pistol, saying that he's been stepping up his performance, but he's been struggling to enter from B. Second round, he's taken a lot of damage on the platform, and he's not been able to really open up opportunities for his teammates once they're inside of the site. Goes to boost Azza as he's too low to go up himself, and he goes down, and then NAF and Nifty can't do anything either, and we've definitely got NAF smashing a desk right beside me.
Is he really? I heard a bang.
I think that was NAF.
I thought someone falling out that chair. It's just a big smash, was it? I heard the smash. I looked over. Kassad calls a timeout, so we'll see whether this works out for them. It's not necessarily a tactical timeout in the sense of, like, we're going to talk about new strategies, just to calm everyone down and work out what the problems are so far and see, okay, we're focusing really heavily on that B-bomb side so far, but Sprout are doing a great job of playing behind the smokes and is playing really defensive positions, and once Renegades fully commit, they've got really nice crossfires. It's actually quite defensive, but it's working very effectively to what Renegades are presenting here.
This timeout is essential as well, because if NAF's going to be smashing desks early on, you've got to calm your players down. I'm not certain, you're right, I didn't see it with my eyes, but he's right beside me, and he was rather dejected and leaned back at the same time the noise came in, so I suspect it was him. Surprising as that is, I've never seen him really be one to let his emotions out like that, but I can understand why he's struggling. He's struggling to hit the shot. Remember, loser of this game is gone.
Yes.
Winner moves on to the decider match, so it's definitely pressure on the line, and Renegades Major has to be the only goal for them at this point after the improvement. How many times they've missed out as of recent history. Dennis, complete shutdown.
Yeah, perfectly well played. He's going to have Dennis with the Molotov, the smoke, the spray down, pretty much everything to shut them down. They went for a fast, long A push there, but now Sprout are going to take the lead. Shot by NAF. There's a little bit there, but bomb goes down. 4K for Dennis there. And we'll actually go into round number 10 now. Orb coming out for Crystal, of course. They're actually starting to build quite a nice bankroll. In terms of the loss bonus, they're at maximum. This game is turned on its head. From a very successful start of Renegades to a bit of a nightmare. If you remember, like we mentioned, Sprout actually took down Space Soldiers, a team that's already qualified for the Final 16 on this very map. That, in my mind, was a complete mismatch. I thought Space Soldiers run over them, but Sprout on this map
is slow that game.
Yeah, on this map at least, I think Sprout looked pretty decent. We'll see what they can do as we get into the next round. It's going to be a focus towards A. So B hasn't really worked out for them so far. Crystal, as you mentioned, the only real option for aggression at the start with the AWP, that smoke. You can see players crossing towards long A. And he'll try and buy himself some time with that incendiary here, but he's got players all around him. He needs to get out of there, which he will. And now Renegades don't have to commit towards A. They've done a good job of getting nice early long A control and towards danger and middle. CTs don't have much vision here now, so if they want to fall back towards B, let's leave one player here like they have been. That's been JKS. That's a nice idea, but Innocent's going to reclaim the upper platform. So he knows they're going to be doing a lot towards the A side of the map. He gets himself in a dangerous position, but Zen is there to bait him in. He's at the steps of the upper platform, so anyone who does peek, they'll have to challenge him first.
And he's far enough forward to know exactly what's going on at drop.
Yes.
He can hear what Azur's doing, he can hear what NAF's doing.
And they throw a nade towards Azur's direction. That's actually quite a lot of damage there, almost 40. There's now time ticking away. 45 seconds. Still with most of their utility. 3 smokes remaining here. Crystal looking for the first pick, then to fall back. Nails the shot. Nifty. Taken down, but JKS good reply. Just trying to bait it. They're not going to check that. They're never going to check that. As now Napbai has to nail that one. He does indeed. 3 on 3. Yastillo makes his way towards the murder hole. And this is really nice. Mazza can't actually do anything with it, though. He's playing well, though, isn't he?
Super well. He seems to be hyper aware of the fact that it's a possibility. Yastillo still does get underneath of the balcony. And similar to the pistol, they've got to rely on that position to hold off for Plant. Naf's got it down, but do they know that Innocent is also on the flank? That's a big problem for them if they don't have any information towards Stable. So smoke out. Naf with the AWP. Decent secondary hopper. Hasn't got a kill since the pistol round, or in round number 10. He's looking for information toward the big door, the connection door. Again, Innocent moving up. Molotov down. It's not going to touch Naf. So far hasn't. He's still in with a kill, but down to 16 HP. Naf's going to fall off the angle. Needs to trade. Misses the shot. Down he goes. Speedy with the kill. And Sprout with their 6th round.
Yep. Very well played by Sprout there. Especially Speedy. That key frag on Azza in the connector. It was looking great for Renegades there. Decent control towards middle. A nice split. They got the opening pick, and then Speedy completely shuts it down. He knows he still was low, and then Naf had to hit that quick scope there. Wasn't meant to be. And his frustration continues.
Just to say, I said hasn't hit. I should have said hadn't hit. He did hit 2 in that round, but it was the first round since the pistol.
Well, there we go. Maximum loss bonus still with the bomb being planted. You can keep buying off the back of that on the T side. Not the same story for the CT side, but that's neither here nor there. 5 AKs now. Decent amount of utility for Renegades. Same default. JKS holding towards middle. CT aggression not as strong as it was before. Crystal's still there with the AWP. We're not focusing towards those mid doors. It'll be smoked out. It drops an incendiary to stop JKS pushing through the doors. Some speculative shots there with the PD-50 to try and dink anyone coming through the doors, and JKS will do that right now. Oh, he knows the timing of the incendiary. Still firing off shots, and once again baiting in Dennis. That's what they did towards Long A before. It's a great success.
JKS trying to sneak out at A. Could get in behind Dennis and Crystal because they're being aggressive toward the bottom of middle. And the fact that Speedy burns alive to Yastillo means that Dennis has to rotate over early as well.
Yeah, he went for the surprise play there. He heard the Molotov come down. He wanted to try and get a quick kill and fall back. And he knew he did damage. Just overstayed his welcome there, I'm afraid. And he falls back and is taken down by the residual flames of the Molotov.
And first time that Renegades has had the opening pick with time to work it as well, so they can try and figure out this defense. Crystal's so close to the AWP. He's close for a blind no-scope in the smoke, but Dennis will do it for him. Crystal hides within this one. Okay, and goes through and takes down Nap. That's just ridiculous. If Sparta are going to be hitting shots like that, good luck. Saving grace, JKS has bomb, and he's going to be smart about it too. He knows
so well played.
That's brilliant, because he knows that they're going to be wrapping around to get position to hold off the site. And guess what? You can have the site. I'm running it.
Azza in the connector once again. He struggled in his position.
Should make this as well. He's going to make this with about 8 seconds,
yeah,
I think.
Definitely got the plan. But Azza, he can't make a mistake here. He needs to choose his position very carefully. 1 kill will be enough. JKS, one of the best clutches on the team. Good boost, though, but Azza ready and waiting for it. That's the kill that decides the round, in my opinion. Crystal, especially with the AWP, he does upgrade to an AK-47. Maybe he'll have a chance, but well played. JKS, that call on the spot.
Sick.
Get the bomb. He read it so perfectly. You're absolutely right. He knows the CTs are transitioning to a more defensive position. They think the time's running low. He won't go towards B, but he gets the knife out, books it towards the B bomb site. Az has already got control of the connector, and it works in their favor. That was the opening pick. Yastillo takes out Speedy, like he said. He wanted to try and be sneaky there, and Dennis, it was chaotic.
This shot from Crystal, too. He's in a smoke. Dennis already bailed him out, and then he goes, well, all right, my turn. Goes out and takes down Naf. But yeah, JKS, that's very smart. And it gets them back. Their 5th round, their first in 6, their first since the first 4 after winning pistols, so they actually won the first gun round as well. But this now puts them in reset potential. 2 players survived. They'll get AK-47s across the board. And with this round, they'll be in position. Spur could still force in the next round, but they're slowly wearing them down.
Sure. 6-5. Not clear who's going to run away with this game just yet. Now flashbang towards the upper platform, push back any potential AWPers or CT rifle aggression. Towards long A we go though. There will be 2 players there for Renegades taking a lot of damage. It's playing Matt, that could be a double kill. It is! Oh, the Molotov is absolutely beautiful there. They were both just roasting in the flames. They tried to get out of it, they dropped the smoke, but it was too much. The damage had been done, firing through the smoke and managing to pick up both frags. Well played, Sprout.
Defining rounds, the force by win in round 5 after a timeout. And this, if they win it, because that would kill the economy again for Renegades. That would be convincing to win the half. As it will get toward drop. And outside of the window to hold it as he'll continue on through E-box instead rather than toward the connector. On top of that, Innocent is on the site at B, staring that direction with Speedy to guard long. Naturally, from Chicken Coop with the WP. As and Naf are both committed as well to drop. They can boost one back up, that's it. At least one player stuck down there. Go for walk peek. Good play on it as well as it takes down Dennis, but they still have to worry about Zen rotating back through the doorway. They just get around him, but he's going to hear both. He's going to fire, but miss, and Asa knows that he's there as a result of it. Good play. Opens up the connector, and it's Crystal alone toward the stables that has to hold this off. A WP can slow them down. He spots them already in from balcony, but not anyone else. I think he thought he spotted the earlier players. He spotted the last of 3, so they'd already crossed. Good smoke as well. The Molotov will go far enough. Ustilla's going to already have planted, and it's a 3-3 on the retake.
Here we go then. CT's going to have a real tough time with this one. They got the opening picks, remember, a 5-on-3 situation. Now can't connect though. He's still open position. They're trying to buy time as he makes his way back towards the bomb site.
Stillo's got to crouch down. He can't be detected from that position, so you control the peak. But good response from Innocent over the wall.
Oh my god.
Has that cannon so open. So open. Does he spot if he sprays? Can't hit. And if he had, he might have followed it up because I think Crystal was still partially blind. That's the reset. That's exactly what Sprout needed.
I expected Asa to do better with that one. 2 targets on the screen. He's usually very precise. A great fragger in the squad. Does a little bit of damage there, but it can be difficult to decide your target. And he gets the worst of both worlds there. And it will be a decent retake from Sprout. You'd expect him to win that round, all things considered. They did get that opening pick with the Molotov there. 2 of them, in fact. That fight does look a little bit jaded at this stage. 7-5, pretty harsh reset. The bomb does go down, so it won't be a double eco. They can buy up into this one with just upgraded pistols, no armor. 1 smoke, 1 flashbang, probably go towards the platform. Smoke that, flash over, get in together. Could go towards drop down as well. It's going to be JKS flashing in, showing presence towards middle. But Sprout now with a pretty solid lead. It's almost certainly going to be 8-5 here. Remember, loser goes home. We just want to make sure we kind of nail that home.
Yeah, absolutely. Done, gone. No moving on, no playing even in the decider.
Exactly.
Speedy again is just good. Okay, cool. That's his territory. Don't go near connector, boys.
Yeah.
I know you just have pistols this round, but get wrecked. Crystal will back off long. He's got the AWP. In fact, he doesn't want to stay anywhere nearby where the pistols can strike and potentially take the AWP away from him. So even though he misses a shot, it's fine because they're not going to get that up. Dennis makes sure of it. 8-5 CT side as well on Cobble.
Yeah, this is actually looking quite good for Sprout now. Remember, they were 4-0 down. Speedy, you're absolutely right. He does patrol the connector. Nice position towards the connector doors. Don't leave him hanging, bro. There it is. And now maybe another tactical pause here for the Renegades. I think it almost certainly is. So a chance for Kassad to get stuck in and work out what the next plan is. You can see him there, very emotional coach, very invested in the team. You can see his losses.
Nap's got to get out of that mood.
Yeah,
Nap's
he's
got to get out of his own head right now.
Yeah, it's not helping. He needs to start communicating, getting fired up. Already had some desk slams. He's not having the best game. Currently sat on 4 kills, 9 deaths. He's supposed to be one of the star players of this team. Can't get into it so far. Round number 14 coming to the closing sectors now of the first half. It is a best of 1 here on Cobblestone. Renegades certainly the favourites here. They've been heartbroken a couple of times. 2 16-14 defeats. They are the worst ones to encounter, and Speedy wanted to get aggressive there on the upper platform, as you saw. Smoked elbow. Flashbangs in. Now flight. This is where he usually does his best work, but we haven't seen the shots really connect today. Remember, he got like 3 kills on the pistol, right? So he hasn't really done anything since the rifles have come out. That's actually a massive deal. He got 3 kills on the pistol. He has 4 in total. And we're around number 14. That's quite worrying for him.
So Innocent and Speedy charged with B. Zen this time to hold connector. They've been swapping in and out of it, but they don't hold drop appropriately. As a result of it, doesn't matter. Innocent from the stairwell shoots down the alleyway, and it leaves you still as the only one left to walk in. JKS has eventually on the platform, but he needs to get those kills sooner and more cleanly. Thankfully, he still has 100 HP because no response in time from Speedy, which means he takes the fight to Dennis and survives with 79 in a one-on-one against an AWP with Crystal sneaking behind.
Does he have the awareness that Crystal would be coming in from this position? It seems so. Looking towards the upper platform right now. Crystal, AWP, no upgrades available to him. JK's going to check him and make a ton of noise.
That wasn't check it, that was I'm bailing out and going the other way. Wrong call, didn't know he was there.
Well, there we go. I thought he was jumping out to try and get the pre-fire.
I don't know why you go back that aggressively in that position anyway. You're already halfway in the site.
Right, and he knows Crystal's the AWP, and he smoked off the connector doors. He had a free plan there, in my opinion. Like, even if you don't know where he is, that smoke down, and him being the AWP on the A site, surely you just go for the safe plan, by the tree. He can't get you from the upper platform, and he'll make a footstep when he's coming towards you. And there it is, the simple shot. Crystal probably can't believe his luck there.
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense to me.
Final round.
It's a lack of confidence, if anything.
Yeah, just second-guessing himself, I think. But either way, forced by for Renegades here, run number 15. After going up 4-0, they've only found one round after that. CZs, good little UMP and one AK-47. This is not looking good for Renegades. We have seen strong CT halves from them before. If they can get this, it would help them out a lot. 9-6 is a lot more forgiving than 10-5. Yustido takes a nade to the face at the very start. There goes down to 52 points of health. He actually doesn't have any armor. He just has a UMP. Nothing else. No nades, no armor. That's an interesting buy. Most players would go for the CZ and the helmet. Like, you are so squishy right now.
Like a bug.
Yeah.
Nifty. The pistol. Desperate. Smoked off. JKS, though, does have the AK. He's gone low. He's on 12. But manages to take down Zen. Crystal still in position. Back and does it. So quick, I almost didn't think that he did if it weren't on the top corner of my right screen. Right top corner of the screen. You know what I mean, Henry?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, you still, like we said, he might get this kill, but I'm sorry, the bomb's down. 30 seconds. You've got now an M4, no armor. Just a couple of bullets will take him down. How does he get out of this choke point? Time ticking away. CTs don't have to challenge this kill whatsoever. That's a perfect Molotov. Now you're funneling him towards the murder hole or the balcony. He can't win. It's over. It's going to be 10-5 here. He might do some damage, but he probably can't even plant at this point. Speedy to finish things off. And what a comeback. 4-0 down, man. And then from there, they only get one rifle round. Great work from Crystal there. They've looked really good. This Dennis-Crystal combo has been lethal. Crystal takes the aggro away. They boost Dennis or get him in a tiny little corner, and he's overlooked every single time. Dennis has been an absolute nuisance for them. Dennis on 17 kills, turning his performance around. Yesterday, he finished the first half on like 2 kills. Now 17. One of the influential players and the star of Renegades on your screen right now. Nafly looks disenchanted and just out of the game right now.
Yeah, well removed. Has been for a while, I think. He couldn't get it going on platform at B. He was supposed to be secondary entry, spotting toward back statue, and he just didn't line up the shots. And every single time he took substantial damage and then couldn't take the duels. Kind of threw him off pretty early, I think. So, early start and a fast play. Already down drop. 4-1 split. Crystal watching to make sure no one's going to push out from A, which means they all funnel out the window. If they push, they go straight to A. That's the plan. Crystal gets information they're not inside of the site directly, but now it's a brawl. Bomb has been dropped. JKS with fine positioning, and Naf again on the pistol at least steps up to find 2.
Yeah, both pistol rounds he has performed, leaving Crystal in a pretty much impossible situation here. I think best case scenario at this point, he finds 2 kills and gets himself $600 for the AWP going forward. I don't think that's going to happen. They'll probably be taken down. They know exactly where he is. He is surrounded by CTs. They are looking exactly at his position. JKS can't make the clean kill, but he gets it eventually. 4 players survive. Renegades starting to get fired up, and Kassad's trying to do it for them. You can hear him. He's the one shouting. It's not actually the players making any noise. They're not in this game just yet, but Kassad, that's what the coach should be doing. Fire them up. Get them ready. This is do or die time right now. Every round victory, you should be getting involved and showing that this means a lot. I think now, if they can get the 3-0, we'll see them come to life. So, forced by Crystal with the Julies, of course. Why not?
JKS to Crystal. So, forget those dualies.
Yeah, they're gone.
Unfair anyway. They have 6 guns on their team.
Yeah, he's got too many guns. Not fair. Too powerful. Well, this looks like quite a convincing round here. Aggressive play from JKS at the very start of the round toward the mid doors. Does take down the initial pick. They didn't see that coming, and they're going to shut this round down. But Dennis does sneak in behind somewhat. That's a difficult shot. Nafly takes him down. It's good to see Nafly getting some anti-eco frags, right? Because that's going to get his confidence built up, and hopefully find himself back on the server. 5-on-2. Zen and Speedy trying to do anything they can here.
Just to give you an update, our next game, Envy versus Quantum Bellator Fires. Usila chases down Speedy to close the round. Obviously, news from Envy, RPK's illness has reached a point of critical. Not critical in terms of like ICU critical, but unfortunately too much to continue on in the event, so he's elected to step out. Malik will step in, the coach, and I can tell you right now, Malik is across the room sitting beside Scream, warming up rather vigorously. He's been sat there the entire time this game has been going on. But that's a huge match for Envy to have to play suddenly with their coach.
Oh, absolutely, that's really sad to see. Although Envious have been having a horrible event, you hate to see one of the big lads like RPK, legend of the game, taken out. As we go for this round of full eco, and Glock's coming forward. That's doing quite a lot of damage here. This is not the clean round I expected, and it's recovered somewhat though, but still a 3 versus 2, and it's still a 10. Oh, Chris does do significant damage, and there we go. That's all you can see. Kassad, that's him again, just to be clear. He's the one just trying to get them into it.
He's trying hard.
If they win this round, I think they'll start believing.
Definitely need to get some emotion on them. They're still like, look, they just look disbelief. It's still just sitting back like they're holding on, like it's desperate.
Tactical timeout from Sprout this time. That's their first one. Oh no, sorry. Tactical timeout 3 out of 4. So
yes, that's right. Yeah,
okay.
They used one of the. Yeah, I know they've at least used 2. 3 is correct, but remember they also called one after the forced by round 4.
That's right.
Round 5, excuse me, when they were down 4-0. So this is definitely 3 of 4. So 1 left for Sprout.
We'll have a look at the scores over here.
To be more clear about what I was trying to convey, they just look like there's so much stress on them. Like, yeah, okay, they're winning rounds, but they're not relieved about this until this is over. At this point, there's no hope for Renegades.
On the very top, Dennis, 18 kills. And Speedy, second. That old duo coming to life here when it really matters.
Well, that's a lot to do with Connector for Speedy.
And Dennis, like I said, him and Crystal have played a phenomenal CT side. Their setups, that was really on point. That was lovely to watch, actually. As over the top for Renegades on 15, JKS 14, Usilo 10. We'll get into it. Round number 19 now, as Renegades will have a slight bonus situation. Usilo says on the UMP here. First gun round for Sprout. Not looking too good. Crystal doesn't have the orb. He had those Jawlies and armor, remember, so he'll be armed to Galil as Asa goes for the boost towards drop down. He'll try and use the grenade. Might push up after this. Does actually some decent damage towards Dennis there. Weakens him up. Doesn't seem to matter whatsoever.
Both halves. It's been 3-0 for Renegades to start. Last time was 4. It might be a better chance of doing so because Ustillo takes 2 and the bomb has flung forward into the drop. Therefore, he'll call for Naf to join him in holding it off. And doing so, they'll throw an incendiary above. And Zen is forced back. Still a minute and 4 to work with. But a man down and not much map control. Nifty also hits the shot on Crystal from Chicken Coop. And I'd say this round might go Renegade's way as well. No bomb plant as well certainly doesn't help Sprout at all. It'll be a 4th round loss bonus. So 2,900, but they're all sitting in the 3-digit range. In fact, low 3-digit range.
4 versus 2, still possible. For 35 seconds, time is ticking away. Zen holding up. Is his teammate Speedy going to do anything for him? He'll flash him in towards drop down. Last-ditch attempt to actually try and find an opening pick. Flashbang comes in. They can have the bomb at this point. Renegades are fine with that. Where are you going to go with it? We've got the window closed off. B-bomb side under control. You haven't got time to go towards A. Maybe boost back up. Nifty nails another shot. That's better now. The rest of the team is starting to get fired up. You can hear them now. It's Azza with the war cry there. The first time they've made any noise really at all. So this is looking much better.
Nifty. Definitely one of the players looking pumped up. JKS beside him as well. Good play, Ustillo, and like you say, bomb went forward of that ledge, which is massive, because otherwise they can pick that up in the smoke. They don't have to engage in any further fights that they're not favored in, and because they did, well, again, Nifty, look at this side. Look at him. This is during the rounds as well, not at the end, not when he's yelling out nice. He is emotionally invested. There you go. That's him at the end of every round.
Yeah, it's great to see. You love to see passion in CSGO. As Ustillo goes for an aggressive pick. Now they're starting to get in their zone. They're starting to take these peaks. And he's got the AK-47 on the CT side, which means he can go for the one-taps there, try and find the headshots, but he's spotted 3 players out of the upper platform. It's a fast play from Sprout here. They are just on pistols, but it's a partial buy. These can be deadly with the right execution. Now being shut down somewhat, but good flashbangs coming in. Ustillo drops.
Can't quite do it, does spot the second out. Speedy gets the timing in and finds Dennis as well. Now he's starting the life defensive side, and he gets the assist as well for Azza. 10-10, Renegades are back very much into this game. 5-0 start, exactly what they need.
Yeah, they're starting to believe now.
Mind you, now we get back to guns for Sprout as well.
Indeed we do. Probably the first time we'll see the AWP come out for Crystal.
Oh, no.
Doesn't go for it. He definitely could afford it. Went for the AK-47 instead. Not a huge deal. You don't necessarily need one at all on Cobblestone on the T side. 5 AKs, execution coming in, map control, 5 players that can pounce at any time. It's still absolutely fine. 10-10. As we head into round number 21 here. Nifty on the AWP this time. He's going towards long A. I think he's going for some sort of play here. There's a boost coming in potentially. Oh, I like this. This is cool. So using the smoke to suggest what is holding you at bay, but the boost, let's give them an option. And Nifty through the smoke takes down Crystal. That's really well played. Nice boost.
Molotov. Not a smoke. The Molotov on the stairs. I was going to say with the Molotov down, they could go for a peek still, but it's Ustillo with the M4 rather than Nifty with the AWP, and the stairs were covered, so he couldn't get the angle. There's still no further smoke in that position, which means a chance to walk out for Sprout. That's shut down. Ustillo does win the duel. He'll go back. Notice that Speedy's still there. Doesn't need to engage in this, to be fair. He can hold position. Oh, forced down for the Molotov. He's gone low. I was going to say, they could leave this as a 5 versus 3. The fact that he goes down and it's not traded opens up a bit more chance and opportunity for Sprout.
4 on 3. Only 1 flashback remaining now for the team. But Dennis continues that good form. Not for long, though. He'll be dropped by Nafly. 2 versus 2. Nifty has to try and deny the bomb here. It's not an ideal angle. Is it going on crossing over? Oh, actually hits the shot. Leg Speedy there. And he finishes them off as well. 2 versus 1. Zen will get the bomb down. This is a crucial round. JKS coming in from the upper platform. Surely Renegades pick this round up. Damage done towards Nifty. And now he knows JKS is coming in. Will he find the timing, though? JKS surely takes him down. He fires off some shots, and there it is. Good teamwork. Yeah, really well done.
Zen was 100% trying to bait in the second player at his first few shots. Had the guess right, I guess, if you want to call it that, of the information that the flank was coming in. So good flash to make sure that if he's going to keep baiting me and I can't find the angle, let me at least let you get out there for free. So insurance policy on the flash, but man, oh man, they made it close. It's still Renegades 6-0 to start the half. 11-10, they take the lead.
Tactical timeout.
And that's their last one.
Indeed. So just to break down that play, Nifty does leg up Speedy's crosses over. You might be thinking, why doesn't Speedy just go and hide behind the bomb site there? He knows that the AWP reload time, well, the reset time is about 1.5 seconds, right? So he's just trying to get their spam bullets for when Nifty does re-peek it, doesn't nail the shot, and he actually gets taken down there. If he stays alive with his teammate, maybe they win the round, but he wanted to go for the victory right there and then and punish Yorpa for only legging him and not finding the killing blow. It goes 11-10. Money still in a decent position. Remember, it's currently 6-0 to Renegades here. So the bomb being planted, maximum loss bonus in full effect as Renegades take the lead. AK's out once again in the double AWP set. I told you you would be seeing this at some point. Now Flight and Nifty. As Nifty goes aggressive by the looks of things. Smoke deployed. Wants to try and find whatever he can here. Needs to be careful. AK shots rattling past him right now. And will he get anything done at all? I'm not sure.
I thought Dennis was going to back up just enough to be spotted. He got a brilliant pick last time on the boost. He'll see Dennis, but too late to react as he jumps back up to the catwalk position at long. JKS will know that he's gone that way. Nifty will have called it. He's got to be careful. 6 HP. If they even spray one bullet through that door, he'll go down. In fact, he's scared to even retreat all the way back. He finally gets through the arch with no bullets still being fired his direction. He even had a support crew in JKS dropping all the way off long there waiting with him.
Nifty, lucky to be alive there. One more bullet through the door. That would have been it. 1 minute remaining. Map control starting to be established by Sprout. Using the basic smokes, Molotovs to push the CDs back, remove that vision, and they'll head back towards B. They still have 3 smokes available. Molotovs, flashbangs. This will be a B wall of smoke execution. Try and segregate the CTs on the bomb side. They've actually got 3 players towards the A side. Renegades, that is, of course. So if they execute right now, they'll have the advantage with 5 players committing at the same time.
Yeah, so it gets Dennis. Good hold on E-Box. It pulls the attention of Ustillo as well that direction. It gives them some space sprout toward the long platform, but Ustillo has a turn back perfectly timed. And finds both Speedy and Zen. Innocent still on the stairs, down to Azur as well. And it's Crystal that just sits in the open. Naf's got the kill. It's now 7 in a row for Renegades.
Yeah, this is looking solid from the Australian/North American side. Azur starting to come to life now. He had a quiet game up until now, but he's looking confident. And Kassad, I really do appreciate the passion he was showing, and the fact that he was just shouting even every kill they were getting. It seemed to have got them in the zone now. You can see Azur showing us what he's made of. This is what I've come to expect from him. He's a fantastic fragger, and now, as you said, 7-0, another partial buy for Sprout with the bomb not going down though. The bomb has to be planted for consistent buys to come through with the maximum loss bonus. So CZs, PD50s, some Deagles, utility cannons go for another B execution here. When the Tech 9 was so strong, that's when this tactic was super scary with the pistols. It's not as powerful as it once was. The CZ still can cause a lot of damage, but the Tech 9 was like a railgun that could run and gun, right? And you could jump around in the smokes and cause a lot of damage here. The CZ is still very powerful, but not as ridiculous as the Tech 9 once was.
Innocence to his left, tries to back away. Pistol's not able to do much. Ustillo from Hobbit Hole can pop that as well and find a great shot to Innocence, who's stuck toward the cubby. Good shoulder shot from Naf as well, and no surprise they take it with just the pistols in the hands of Sprout, and they're 3 rounds away. I'm surprised they turned this round after how wrecked, if I'm honest, they got by Sprout and how good Sprout's CT side was. They come up lacking, wanting almost on their T side.
Coming to the last few rounds now. I'll say it one more time. The loser of this map is going home. Renegades.
You sure that's the only... one more time, that's it, you're done?
I think I'm going to say one more time. Maybe at the very end as well.
Okay, all right.
That will be it.
I'll give you that. I'll grant you that one allocation.
Okay. Well, another buy available for Sprout here. Double AWP setup has been working fantastically well. Nifty, though, needs to be careful. They are aware he's going for this pick, looking towards top of middle. That smoke does give him some sort of avail. It's not a one-way, but difficult to spot him, and he does see a T through it. Pulls the trigger, but doesn't connect the shot.
Hold the angle. Closer angle with the smoke down. JKS there as well with the AK means the op could for Nifty transition back out to the long corner. Good shot from Nav. Second op successful. They haven't gotten an AWP into this position too frequently, too often at the B platform to look down the hallway.
Well, that's why you mix it up. That's why you do it. As soon as the terrorists start to adjust to what you're presenting in that defensive setup, throw an AWP at the top there. They might not be wanting to waste grenades because you showed no presence there whatsoever. Has Dennis snuck through? He has, and he's still towards the drop down. And Crystal, he has. Takes down Nifty. That's one of the AWPs going down. 4 on 4 now. Crystal recovering. Takes down JKS, but still a 3 on 3.
Good ears from Azur. He was about to rotate over to make up for the 2 players lost on A, but did catch wind of the player dropping in behind him from window. Lost some HP, but still he survives and brings it to a 3 versus 3. Crystal, with only 4, is basically looking to get gifted an off-angle kill below the balcony. Bomb dropped, though, because Naf got the crossing player and Dennis. and they have to recover it. That means Innocent, high HP, has to go for the plant with Crystal getting more aggressive. He might get one for free nearly a second because Ustillo walks by it but does respond, and thankfully he's low enough HP that Ustillo gets away with it. But now it's Innocent on the site in a 1 versus 2. Both players with kits, and both players working effectively. Naf as well with the pistol, and 14 rounds Renegades.
Yep, nothing Sprout can do here. It's another frustrating round for them. Innocent could have been the hero there. Currently sits on 11 kills, 18 deaths as they recover the secondary AWP. The full defuse will come in, 14 to 10. Bomb plant, they can still buy Sprout, but now it's getting very scary indeed.
8 rounds in a row in the half to Renegades, but the last 12 rounds have all been CT-sided rounds, by the way.
That was JKS boosted up, and he knew exactly where Crystal was, but couldn't find the kill, and they still recovered there. So well played to Renegades. One more will do it to find match point. Kassad still fired up as ever. Crystal with the AWP, I think, for the first time here on the T side.
Triple op was in the hands for Ustillo, but he's thrown it away. Yeah, he's put it up on top of the second APC.
On the shelf.
Top drawer.
Yeah.
It's my underwear drawer, in case anyone's wondering.
Is that all that's in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
A few pairs of socks. Usually I try and put those in the second drawer, though. Sometimes I hide a tasty beverage. At least those are my high school years.
Yeah. Crystal, like I said, first time the AWP does not have a helmet. Against those M4s, it's actually kind of a big deal. Nifty watches towards danger right now. His teammate JKS will be with him. In terms of utility, they have 4 smokes, a flash and a Molotov. That flash is now gone. Good shot by Nifty. That's a crazy flick. A little wall bang there as well. Takes down Zen. He was looking towards the top of the middle, drags it down, and just plucks his head off. They can fall back now. That's the job done. Nifty, hyper-aggressive at the very start of each round, just trying to get that initial pick, apply pressure, make them use their utility, and once he gets it, he can fall back, knowing he's potentially secured match points here. 45 seconds remaining. 2 smokes now, 1 Molotov. No flashbangs. That's actually a massive issue. If you're going to fully commit to an execution, having no flashbangs at all is actually really devastating to an attack from the terrorist forces. Crystal alone towards long A now as his teammates get ready and poised towards the B bomb site. He has to find an opening pick. He commits and goes down. Now Fly joins him. This round looks like it's done. Naf starting to hit absolutely everything right now. Looking for the 3K as it's a 5 versus 1. He'll spot it. Can't hit the shot, but he has won the round. There's no way Innocent does this. 2 HP and JKS finishes it off 15 to 10. No bomb planted. Match point. Sprout now officially on the ropes. They've got a lot of work to do here in round number 26.
Not a single T-sided round achieved, and now they've got to do it with lesser weaponry to keep themselves alive. What a turnaround from Renegades.
Absolutely.
Credit to Kassad for keeping them in it as well. Been motivating the whole way through. Sometimes you just got to get the belt out, whip the boys back into shape. Nifty and JKS aggressive, and Nifty again looking for the opening pick. Not only that, JKS is going to use that smoke. It's a deep smoke to hide behind it, to be unsuspecting to take down Crystal. Well played.
This could be nothing really to work with here. They do commit towards the B bomb side, but that's Innocent dying by himself. This is done surely. Speedy will have no idea Ustillo's here. They'll just run past and they're not going to check this. They know they're committed towards the side. Bomb goes down. Matthew, I think we might be saying goodbye to Sprout, and there it is. Renegades do it. It looked like they were so dejected in the first half. That wasn't the team we've come to know and love. Some of the key names weren't turning up, but Kassad kept them in the game.
Speaking of one of the names not turning up, Naf had a horrible first half. We made mention of it. He went 8 rounds killless after getting 2 in the pistol.
Yep.
Slammed to the desk. He finishes atop the leaderboard above